Do you want to become a better leader? Today, I am very blessed to have this opportunity to interview one of the mentors that helped me become the person I am today. His name is Jojo Apolo. Sir Jojo, actually, I attended his training in 2014, and from then on, my life has entirely changed. I think of the many personal development trainings I attended so far, this one was really life changing for me on a very positive way, personally and professionally, because the neuro-linguistic programming I took with Sir Jojo helped me understand how my brain controls me and how I can positively shift my life, my health, my finances, my career, and everything in between. I was able to reinvent my career, achieve my dreams, improve my health from being stressed and sickly to being a very healthy mother. So today, let me just quickly introduce Mr. Jojo Apolo. Jojo Apolo is a billion-dollar business leader. Well, I fully agree with this. He has over 37 years experience as a catalyst to build businesses with synergy in Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, China, Hong Kong, and Myanmar. He actually grew an FMCG company from $500 million to $1 billion in 3 years. Wow. He also turned around two companies from potential bankruptcy to profitability, from loss of $7.6 million to 8 million profit. Wow, that's amazing. He's also an Amazon bestseller author of 7 Steps New Breakthrough Selling Advantage, and he spearheaded the reform drug advocacy in 2017, training over 3,000 volunteer coaches in 15 cities. And of course, Mr. Jojo Apolo is Asia's neuro-linguistic programming expert. Without further ado, let me bring him on stage. Sir Jojo, super, super thank you. I cannot thank you enough for this opportunity to have this interview with you today.
Yes, thank you so much, Coach Wanda. This is a great privilege for me to be able to talk with you today.
Yes, thank you. Today we'll talk about leadership. I think this is my LinkedIn Live episode 70. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Wandalintan Kalupig. I'm the number one LinkedIn Live broadcaster, the first Filipina broadcaster in the Philippines, and also the 2021 number one most influential Filipina on LinkedIn. Sir Jojo, I go live every month to interview amazing and very successful people like you to inspire and educate a lot of people. And today, as we talk about leadership, I think I want to hear more about you in terms of, in your 37 years of working experience, what do you think are the problems that businesses are experiencing from 2022 and beyond?
Yes, thank you for that question. Indeed, 2022 and beyond, many challenges that business owners are experiencing today. I have three. Number one is this: how to recover sales. Sales
Hmm.
has been stagnant or even going down in the last 2 to 3 years because of the pandemic. So that's the biggest issue, really. How do I recover sales? How to compete also, because prices are all in cutthroat competition. So that's one. Recover sales within the cutthroat competition. And then second is this: how to reduce expenses, because expenses are going up, inflation is going up, prices of gasoline is going up, everything is going up. So that's the headache of business today. How do I manage my expenses? And this is not helped because many business owners also suffer from losses on inventory, losses on receivables, and even internal fraud. So that increases their operating expense. And third is this: how to motivate the leaders and employees. So let's face it, people are anxious today, our leaders are anxious today. And then I often talk to business owners and they complain, my employees, they are like lacking in initiative, they are listless, there are problems, I still need to tell them what to do before they do it. So these are the challenges that are being experienced today.
Those are great insights, Sir Jojo. Thank you for sharing. Let me just recap. I think, I've been working for over 20 years now, and I definitely agree with you. See, for you to sales and expenses are two big things that businesses are always suffering from. And I think 2022 and beyond, it has changed because of what happened. The pandemic has really disrupted the entire industry in general. And I think, as you said rightly, sales are actually declining or decreasing due to also stiff competition, right? And cost and expenses are continuously increasing. And of
Mhm.
course, with sales declining and cost increasing, this leads to lower profit and even losses. And I think one of the things that also matters a lot is people. As you rightly said, a lot of people are worried, they're anxious. There's a lot of a lot of things about the great resignation. People are burned out, they're stressed, they're leaving their jobs. There's a lot of uncertainty about life. And I think the next question for me is, can you share an actual case study of these problems that you mentioned, in terms of what you have seen so far?
Oh yes, thank you for that question. I remember a company that I helped. So the business owner was a second generation. So she inherited the business, and that business was already 30 years. And when I joined, that was her problems. Number one, sales was stagnant. It was They were growing single digit. Anything single digit that is stagnant. So very small. And then profitability, they were barely even breaking even. Yeah. And at the same time, she had this, she told me for several years, she would receive reports of inventory variances as well
Hmm.
as unpaid bills or receivables, aging up to 180, some of them already 300 days still unpaid. So these were like years of problems that she was experiencing. And because of that, with the rising cost also, so there was pressure on profitability. So like all of these things happening all at the same time, like many businesses are experiencing now, sales stagnant, cost increasing, profitability going low, and then it actually magnifies the previous problems of unpaid receivables or inventory variance. It becomes even more hurtful when the situation is something like this. So she was experiencing that, and she was at a loss at how to solve these problems.
Sir Jojo, maybe the thing I want to understand also is how, based on this sample case study that you have, how were that company, that CEO, were able to survive and thrive these challenges on sales, expenses, and with regards to people issues?
Yeah. I like the saying, everything starts and ends with leadership. It
Hmm.
really is true. Okay. That's actually a quote from John Maxwell, my favorite book, leader, yeah, on leadership. Everything starts and begins with leadership. And so when
Hmm.
I started to manage that company, I noticed that we had many poor leaders, not only
Hmm.
poor, corrupt leaders.
Oh my God.
So I found out that there was so much corruption resulting in those inventory variances and unpaid receivables, yeah, and even they were even cheating on projects so that to get extra income from investments. So it all started with that, no? So I had to clean up the leadership. I actually fired 15 out of 25 branch managers.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot, in 6 months. So I had to clean
Yeah.
that up. But after that, of course, we also had to develop the remaining leaders on how
Hmm.
to perform, how to make them high performance leaders. Yeah. And high performance leaders is different from just leaders. You know
True.
what's the difference, Wanda?
Yeah, would love to know, because there's always hype between what's a leader and what makes it different for you to be termed a high performing leader.
Yeah, that's the thing. A leader can perform for 1 year
Mm-hmm.
or 2 years. high performance leaders are leaders that perform constantly, year after year after year. See how challenging that is? It's easy to be excellent in a year, but to sustain that and continuously do that year after year is really a challenge. Yeah. So that's the difference between an ordinary leader and a high performance leader. And I was, when exposed to situations like that, you know, one of the I would say it was like a baptism of fire for me also to lift
Mm-hmm.
up that company because one day one of the employees came to me and he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Sir, I am retiring in the next 2 years. I've been working here for the last 28 years. Will our company survive in the next 2 years?" So
He's worried about the company's business continuing.
yeah, because the employees they can see it, no, and they see
Mm.
I was firing people left and right, and then
Uh-huh.
they knew that the company is in crisis, uh,
Um,
so they can see it, and they were asking me, "Will we survive? My life's pension is gone if we fail."
yeah.
So when you are pushed into a situation like that,
Mm.
you start to develop systems, processes that will get results,
True.
right?
Mm.
Because there's no other way. It's either you drown or you swim, no? So that's why we develop what I call this program called High Performance Leaders Workshop. Okay.
Oh, that sounds very interesting, ano, Sir Jojo, because actually, as a business auditor, I've seen a lot of, these problems in the businesses from sales to expenses to corruption. As you said, everything changes with the leader, right? The leaders are like the heart of the organization. So if they're not functioning as expected, the body will die. And I think what I want to learn more about this program that you're talking about, what is this program about high performance leadership? What is this program that you help them with?
So this program, which I developed for that company and later on applied it for multiple companies also, is geared towards creating leaders that is high performance to create two things. Number one, have consistent high growth in
Hmm.
sales. And second is consistency also of reducing operating expenses or
Oh, that's
having
good.
high productivity. So those two things was being pushed. So for example, in that example company, yeah, so that company was actually like on its first year, it was supposed to lose that $7.6 million. Can you imagine that?
Wow. Hmm.
Okay. And by giving this training to the leaders, yeah, then we were able to reverse the course. So much so that in a year, we were able to almost break even again. Yeah. And then after 2 more years, we were already profitable by 8 million. In
Wow.
fact,
Hmm.
one of the things that was accomplished there also was in those first year and a half, the operating expenses was reduced by 25%.
Oh, that's really a
That's a lot.
breakthrough.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a lot. Overall, that's like the overall company operating expense. And this is not a small company.
Hmm.
It was a company with 2,400 employees, yeah,
Wow.
with
Hmm.
20, 27, 28 branches all across the country. So it was a 30-year-old company. Yeah? So you can imagine that. So reducing 25% expense of a company that size is not easy. Yeah. So that's the program. We call it Perform. Yeah. High performance leaders for business growth and higher productivity in these challenging times. Okay. So
That sounds
would you like
very
to
good,
know
right?
how
Hmm.
it works? Yeah.
Sir, would love to know what if you say perform, what does it mean? What's included in the program? Because I'm very excited. You know what's the good news about it? I'm bringing Sir Jojo to Dubai to facilitate this program. Because
Okay.
I know how critical, as you rightly said, right? If if sales is a problem, expense is a problem, people is a problem, but through developing the people, automatically your sales will grow. Automatically your sales will grow. Your expenses will reduce. That will definitely lead to an increase in profit. Can you
Yeah.
talk more about this program? What are the benefits for people who will attend this program?
Yeah. So uh, we call it high performance leaders, right? And
Yes.
the program is composed of 7 steps to become a high
Oh.
performer, performance leader. 7 steps. Yeah. And we acronym it perform. So P, the first P is we teach the leaders to have a positive attitude using the
Mm.
latest technology of subconscious intelligence. I will explain that later, okay? So how to have a positive attitude. Then next is how to establish clarity of your goals of your being. And next is how to release your secret history influencing your temperaments, how to release your SHIT or your shit. Yeah. So because,
Okay. That's interesting also.
it's all those two things, to have a great high performing leader, they have to have a positive attitude, they have to have
Of course.
established clarity, and they have to
Mhm.
release their shit, release their limiting
Baggage.
beliefs, their baggages,
Mm.
you gotta release that. No? And then next is F, full speed ahead. So when the
Mm.
company, organization will set a goal, they would now have this attitude of full speed ahead, to accomplish those goals. And then, of course, O is outstanding influence. Yeah, because as leaders they have to communicate with their staff and have good outstanding influence. And then R is how to re-energize, yeah, and restore their energy, yeah, because if you don't have energy as a leader, you're done also. And then finally, M is to magnify teamwork. See, but
Mm.
you know what's the big difference with this program with other programs, which makes me so exciting?
Yes, yes, would love to hear that also.
Okay, we make use of a technology called subconscious intelligence. No? Uh, I think people are familiar with emotional intelligence, right?
Mm.
Yeah, where they say, okay, you gotta know uh, control your emotions. If you get angry, that you make bad decisions to control your anger. If you have fears, you control that fear. All of these things called emotional intelligence. No? Uh, but it takes too long to control and change our behavior in terms of anger. Like it's easier said than done. In other words, yeah.
True.
Now we are using a technology called subconscious intelligence, so that we are able to get to the root cause, the subconscious mind of people, so that
Mm.
they can quickly change. So, for example, we said the first P was positive attitude. So we,
Mm.
we will teach the leaders how to be positive in 3 seconds.
Wow. That's
Can
really
you,
quick, right?
okay? And then next is establish clarity. So we teach the leaders how to find their purpose in life using their subconscious mind. Have you ever thought of
Mm.
that? Of that? See, and then next is, so release your SHIT. So we can actually, I have helped so many leaders with emotional baggage, like they
Mm.
don't believe that they can hit doubling of the sales. Okay, I have helped leaders so that our target was not doubling; it was actually increasing it 10 times. Can you
Wow.
imagine that? 10 times. Okay,
Wow.
so removing those limiting beliefs that
Limiting
boss,
beliefs.
we will grow by 200%, boss by
Wow.
10 times. So, like, because I'm sure business owners have this challenge with their regular, the executives. They will say, grow. Oh, we grew 20%. That's excellent. Ha! No. Okay. So growth of uh, doubling, tripling is something that is possible. But you gotta
Mhm.
release the SHIT of your leaders
Mhm.
first.
Mhm.
NLP, or subconscious intelligence, has found a way of removing limiting beliefs within 15 to 30 minutes. See that?
I agree. I've experienced that personally on many levels. Personally
Okay.
and professionally. And I definitely agree with Sir George. After attending your program, it really like shifted. I didn't even actually realize I have so much baggage and limiting beliefs that I was carrying through. But when I started to understand, let go, using this, subconscious intelligence, or some people call it neuro-linguistic programming, right?
Yeah.
These tools are so powerful.
And what's nice, Wanda, is the person does not even need to describe the limiting belief at all.
True.
Okay? No need to say what it is, because in a corporate, in a business environment, people will not want to tell upfront what are their limitations, right?
True. True.
Now, the subconscious intelligence NLP technology allows that you don't even need to say anything about it. What is your emotional baggage? Nothing at all. Just follow
Mm.
the process. That's why I love it, because people get to do it with each other, and
Mm.
they're able to help each other also, right? See, so that's the big difference of this Perform program, because it uses this latest technology of subconscious intelligence, or NLP sometimes, as it is said, no? So that's how we were able to, like, to literally turn around, no? By building the leaders, having the belief. So instead of losing $7.6 million, making it profitable, growing the sales. Yeah, we actually grew the sales by over 67% that year. So
Wow.
we were like at $130 million. We grew that to 200 million in 12 months. So that's a 67% growth. See, yeah. So not 10%, not 20%, 67%.
67%.
Yeah.
That's truly amazing, right? But I think what I also learned, Sir Jojo, if you invest in yourself, if you invest in your people, it magnifies the result. Like if they did not change the leadership, if they did not change their way of thinking, then it would have not led to that growth. So I think, these challenges that we have now, you need to have other tools, right? As you said, subconscious intelligence tools that can help you achieve results quickly and with effortless ease. So, Sir Jojo, can you please invite them? We will let you know, for those of you who want it, we are planning it in October and November, and every month there is. But please feel free to send me a message and watch for my announcement when the final dates are already announced, because this is going to be for a limited number of people only. Sir, what do you think? How would I say, no, this one is for me? What do you think
Well,
are the qualities for you to say, no, this program is really for me?
if you are a business owner, yeah, and you are constantly wanting to find ways of increasing your sales, recover your sales, and reduce your expenses by having great leaders who will execute well, this program is for you. Yeah. So it's really for business owners who are progressive, no? They have this bias for people development. They have this desire to bring their company to the next level. They have this desire to leave a legacy also, and also to have time freedom, you know, rather than being overwhelmed and just doing the things by yourself. Now you are developing your people who will now be able to deliver the results for you. This program will be for you if you are that kind of a person.
That's very well said, right? So I think I would like to now invite for those of you who want to understand how to use subconscious intelligence tools to achieve the results, I mean, in terms of business growth by, improving the leaders of your organization. I would like to now invite business owners and executive managers and of course business leaders to help us, and join us in this program that we're doing in Dubai. So, Sir Jojo, any last words that you want to say, or how can people reach out to you? I think, whenever I think of how can I do this, I mean, I always have you in mind because you're one of those people I really look up to. I've seen how you use these subconscious intelligence tools to improve the health, to improve the business profits. How can people reach out to you? What kind of other programs or services that you're offering?
Well, let me end in this way. No? Uh, Business owners, entrepreneurs, executives, you have a special responsibility. Okay, and that's why I always honor business owners and entrepreneurs. You are like the foundation for society. You provide jobs, you contribute to society, and you help families. Okay, that's why it is like I know one day you resonate with me. It is really our mission to make sure that business owners like you, good people, will have thriving businesses so you can help more families. So if you would like to reach out to me, so I think one day can put my email there and they can reach out to me and ask questions on problems that you are experiencing right now in your business. I'm open to that. Just reach out because it is my business now and my advocacy to help great business owners to be good and become great, yeah, and provide more for society.
Ay, ang ganda. I love that, what you said, because really business owners and entrepreneurs have a big role to play, right? That's why I really am very excited about this. And I think after partnering with the Department of Trade and Industry as a mentor for them, I've seen how these business owners have positively impact the lives of their employees also. And I love what you said that, your advocacy now is helping business owners and leaders to be good and to be great leaders. So I am very excited for this program. For those of you, if you want to improve the results of your business, investing in this high performance leadership workshop with Sir Jojo is one of the best ways for you to do that. So we look forward to seeing you. Thank you for your time, Sir Jojo. I will post the program details once it's finalized, and I am very very much excited for that. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Wandalintan Kalupig. I am the 2021 number one most influential Filipina on LinkedIn. I also am the first Filipina LinkedIn live broadcaster. My goal is, of course, to interview these amazing people to help you understand how you can thrive and survive in this constantly changing world. Thank you, sir, so much, Sir Jojo. God bless you, everybody.
God
Thank
bless.
you.
Bye.
Bye.